Welcome to a humidly warm All-Star Weekend. MLB All-Star Weekend, Matt.
Wild. Didn't realize it was that time of the year.
Yeah,
already.
welcome to it. Welcome to the middle of July. Did you think we were here already?
No. Time has come and gone, and I'll never get it back.
They do be doing that. Time does come and go.
And this is the Gamers 2 Podcast, your weekly roundup of news and commentary related to the video game industry and anything else that might pique our interest.
Like MLB All-Star Game.
I haven't been following.
It's just gonna be me. So let me tell you about all the future games that's happening on Saturday and how all the youth that you should be paying attention to.
All right.
Fun fact about that. Most of the best youth have already been promoted, so this is going to be kind of an interesting showcase. Fun fact about that, not about the showcase, but about
You
other
being promoted?
things. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm being promoted. I'm playing in the MLB All-Star
Oh,
Weekend.
shit.
I get on a plane after this to take a red eye to Texas. you imagine
never know.
You imagine if I told you, like, hey, after we record, I need you to help me drop the car at Syracuse because I have to take a red eye to go cover Major League Baseball.
I'd be like, okay, I have questions, but that's fine.
I have questions, but I'll answer them. I'll ask you on the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. That'd be a fun dream. The First Descendant is out. Once Human, also out.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the new releases. That's all we got to talk about.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get into number one then, shall we? Because Kotaku's making news down under. I'm not doing this in an entire Australian accent. I can't keep... Australian turned into weird surfer dude real fast. And other than crikey and dingoes and fucking kangaroos, I don't really have anything else for him. Kotaku Australia will be shutting down as license holder Pedestrian Group has restructured to focus on its own brands. As reported by The Guardian, several titles from the company's portfolio of licensed publications will cease to exist in the country, also including Vice, Gizmodo, and Lifehacker. Dozens of staff are being laid off as a result of the move. Pedestrian CEO Matt Rowley is due to move on from his role as part of the transition, with a new CEO to be appointed. Managing editor of Kotaku Australia, David Smith, mentioned on social media that Kotaku Australia was the second highest read site in the Pedestrian Group's portfolio.
Interesting. There's a vibe. There's a vibe this week of things dying.
Oh, you mean the last 7 months?
Yes.
If one of these podcasts, we won't talk about death. It's just
someday
inevitable.
I mean, I don't know what it's been going on lately. Slow news week. I feel like we haven't struggled this long.
Well, because all the news, let's be fair, it hasn't been a slow news week because all the news media are taking up with a currently much bigger problem.
Yeah.
Games media is like, we don't need to say anything right now.
We're good. We're gonna just hang out.
We don't need attention. This is a good time to announce cutoffs and layoffs and whatever because nobody's going to even blink.
Yep.
That's the least of our concerns.
Number two.
Not impending doom. Doom!
Not a dystopian society. All right, number two.
What if we all just were colonies again?
Take us back. I don't know if that'd be an improvement, but
I don't think it would.
Number two, UK.
I don't really know what an improvement is.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
Asteroid?
Asteroid, that would be an improvement.
I vote for the asteroid for 2024.
We gotta switch it up. We did the pandemic thing.
We had our chance. It didn't work.
Yeah,
Not enough people died.
Wasn't fast enough.
So now we just have to do the, what if a grain of sand hit the Earth at
like
the speed of light or whatever? Would that cause a crater enough impact to cause problems?
Nuclear winter. All right, number two.
Can I not be here to see the end, to see the result when it comes back? When we come back out of that, can I not have to live through it and deal with the result?
It's been one of those days where I feel like
not to completely derail us, but
it's been put into perspective multiple times today that we kind of grew up. I mean, we grew up. We were children in like peak U.S. society, and then
I don't know if I would say peak U.S. society, but relatively pretty
peak
good.
as in economic.
I'd still say relatively okay.
90s is like peak. Is when we cared, when we had the most. Middle class was the strongest.
Sure. Okay. As I say, because like there's some early 1900s periods before Depression, like after.
Yeah, but
Depression,
even then there was like straight. It was like post World War II would probably be the closest.
Yeah. But then you start immediately getting into another war. You're basically actually kind of in that pre-World War II cusp.
Yeah.
Like pre and like for a small minute past Pearl Harbor as just ramp up goes nuts.
That has its own problems.
Right, but there's reasons that happened.
Anyways, number 2. UK-based gaming website The Loadout has shut down, although parent company Network N Media has not commented publicly on the closure.
It's a weird one then.
Yep. Former deputy editor Jamie Hoare. That's an unfortunate.
It's HORE, but man, that's unfortunate.
Confirmed earlier this week that July 8th was the team's last day working on the site. The Loadout was founded in October 2019 as Network N's second original brand, the first being PC Games N, and was operated as a fully owned and operated subsidiary of Network N Media Limited. Initially positioned as an esports-focused site, it evolved to encompass console games and at one point employed 8 full-time staff. According to the website, the Loadout's closure impacts 4 permanent members of the staff, although a number of the Loadout's core team was similarly laid off at the end of 2023, including its guides team. Roughly a third of the staff at Network N's video games marketing agency Project N were also laid off earlier this month.
I don't want to say that they should have been laid off, but I don't know who the fuck these people are. So
I don't know either.
Your marketing's not doing great. But also, they're European, aren't they? So
yeah, like there's a whole nother. It's like a whole other world over there.
There's technically multiple worlds over there.
Yeah,
when you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you really break it down.
In
fact, one of those worlds said we're not participating in the rest of this world.
just the trend of media contracting, and
it's a everything is in red shifts and blue shifts. And this isn't not the political version, but you know how
red pill, blue pill.
What? No, not that either. That's technically also a political kind of opinion. The like bands, like rubber bands. When you say something's in like a blue shift or a red shift, like how things expand and collapse within a universe. We're watching it happen with video games, I think, to an extent, where people are saying it's going in, but we keep watching all these indies just spawn from all their former employers.
Yeah.
And so it's like, which way is it really going? And I feel like the media is doing the same thing now, where it's collapsing on itself. And then all of a sudden you're going to find that a bunch of these places do layoffs, and then a bunch of all new indie ones get spawned.
Yeah, you're getting they're already kind of doing that with the
Substacks or Patreon.
Yeah, they're doing like the single person beat.
Right. Yeah, they start going into their own YouTube, Twitter, whatever. You know,
it's the classic circle of life.
So is it so much of a
larger
organized
organism?
Media is getting absorbed, like the larger organism, like amoeba thing. Like, is that absorbing all these other ones? But then constantly just shitting and spawning more amoebas that are somehow more powerful than the organized one that it can't eat.
Yeah, it's your typical, large entity, large organism can no longer be sustained by the food supply. So it collapses and dies. And then in its place, you get small organisms who can survive on the current food supply. And then, the circle of life continues.
The circle. I'm not going to sing that.
Get copyright struck.
That's true. I was singing perfectly in tone.
Exactly.
They wouldn't know if it was me or whoever actually did that song. Name, I don't know. Number 3, Embracer killing people again. Studios, more specifically, not literal people. I guess probably defamation if I continue that line of thought. Embracer-owned studio Piranha Bytes has been shut down. Embracer had been seeking a buyer for the German studio, but it's been reported that the studio was formally shuttered at the end of June. Back in January, Piranha Bytes, which developed the Elix and Gothic franchises, acknowledged issues at the company, admitting on Twitter that it was true that the team was in a difficult situation, but asked its players not to write it off yet, as it saw a partner for its future goals. That's currently my status as well, in case anybody's curious. Don't write me off yet, and I'm seeking a partner for future goals. As yet, there's been no official word from Piranha Bytes or Embracer about the reported closure. THQ Nordic acquired German game developer Piranha Bytes, and with it, the rights to the Gothic RPG series back in 2019.
More closures.
I never played Elix, but I did see it advertised a bit. Gothic, I'm not anywhere near familiar with.
Yeah. And continuing the trend of miserable news, we have number 4.
God,
Respawn has announced a change in pricing for its Apex Legends Battle Passes, which will now only be available to purchase with real-world money.
Let's be clear. This is a slow week when Matt's digging for Battle Pass price increases.
It's very slow. Very slow. The change will come into effect following the launch of Season 22 next month.
Season 20, Jesus Christ.
Players previously used in-game currency to buy these passes, which will be phased out. Further changes include the Battle Pass being split in half, with Premium $10 and Premium Plus, which is $20 tiers, which offer different in-game rewards. Before this change, players could make one payment like normal. This means that if you are a crazy person who likes to collect all the cosmetics, you got to buy 2 Battle Passes.
The $19.99 doesn't just come with the $9.99 in it?
They're different. They have different cosmetics in them.
Right, but it's not like just an upgraded tier of...
I looked into it, and from what I could see, they do not. So they had like ranks, I guess. Their cosmetics have like ranks, like legendary, and then like elite.
Typical color scheme. I'm sure it's blue, purple, and orange, because that got established years ago, and no one's ever bothered to think that legendary isn't orange.
Yeah,
and green is common. Green is uncommon. White is common.
Respawn said the changes were made to make the game, quote, more approachable and realistic for its global player community.
The fuck does that mean?
That's the blanket excuse for, we want to try this to see if it makes us more money.
I mean, here's my thing. Apex, you're at 22 seasons. At what point do you sever the team and essentially put half on Apex and just say, like, we're going to keep it going. We'll have some art teams do some, like, themed skins either around seasons or events or, like, the Olympics, whatever. We'll have them do some themes around that, and we'll sell those. We'll have a $10 battle pass, one battle pass that you can either buy for $10 or you earn with in-game currency from, initially, no matter what, you're going to give us $10. And then over the course of the battle pass, if you complete it, you end up earning the currency to get the next one. And just live off that and just stop trying to milk people. And just move on.
I don't know, man.
You just leave it running. You don't even have to keep, like... I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Greed is a level. They are greedy at a level that I don't think I can comprehend.
Yeah, I think that's kind of exactly it. Like, I think
there's being sustainable, and then there is. But what if I was more sustainable? You're like, but no, that sustainable doesn't have levels.
I think that's kind of the function of a corporation, though. It's like no one knows how these giant corporations fucking operate. They're so complex now that, like,
it's just
there's
the
not a
old-
single person who's like, let's be greedy. It's like just the nature of the entire structure of the corporation demands that you
Yeah.
feed it. Like,
There's usually still at least like maybe a handful of people, board or whoever, that are going, but what if we did this? And it's like, but there's never that one person that's at the top level that goes, but we don't need to.
yeah.
Back to my favorite example. There's two examples. It is I think it's a political cartoon. I don't know if it's a political one. I don't know what the original cartoon is because I usually see it rewritten for its purpose. But it's the farmer walking back out to the cow with multiple buckets, and the cow is
It's like skin and bones.
skin and bones, and it's like time to. And she's just like, I got nothing left, dude. The other one is, if anybody has never watched Brennan Lee Mulligan play a CEO of Oreo, just watch that. And then that will explain how I think most companies need to function at this point. Guys, we can just go home. We won. We did it. What are we doing? He's like, oh, we made football Oreos. Okay. Yeah, she play football, so that's fine. That's okay, I guess.
Funeral Oreos.
Bereavement Oreos.
Bereavement Oreos.
Yeah, bereavement Oreos. What? Yeah. Strawberry milkshake Oreos. Hold on. Oh, it tastes like a strawberry milkshake. So it tastes strawberry? No, it tastes like a milkshake. What flavor's a milkshake? And just all the breakdown of like, why are you still trying to make things? We've won. 40 feet of a 45-foot cookie aisle is Oreos. We're done. Oh, what about, we were going to double stuff. Okay, people are sick. They want more cream. That's fine. What is mega stuff? What is jumbo stuff? What is wrong with you people? What is no cookie? Why are you just selling the cream? It's just, oh, God. And now you know what? Here's another sad story. Why not? This one is just depressing. Number 5. Pokemon Sleep has earned $100 million in its first year, according to data from AppMagic. As reported by Pocket Gamer, Japan was in the top spot for player spending, with players having contributed an estimated $73 million to a sleeping app since its July 17th launch last year. U.S. players contributed $15 million to the sleep tracking app, followed by Taiwan at $4 million. Pokemon Sleep has seen peaks of revenue during events, the highest during the 2023 holiday period, where people should have been sleeping a lot more, and it earned $4 million over a week last December. The app has gained 9.8 million overall sleeps downloads since launch, with Japan leading again at 44%, followed by the US 17 and Taiwan 7. Are people falling asleep and accidentally pressing pay on their credit card? What is happening?
I mean, it's Japan's in the lead, so maybe they're paying to sleep. You know, they're just like,
It's not China, where you literally probably do have to pay to sleep. Your social credit score goes down if you sleep more than your allotted amount of hours.
I don't know, man. Pokemon prints money.
It does print money. In a lot of ways, I understand it, but a sleep app, I don't. Like Pokemon Go printing money, I go, okay, that makes sense. You're getting more Pokeballs, you're catching Pokemon, you're doing whatever. Trading card game, or the trading card game digital version. Yep, you're getting cards because you want to build decks. Okay, those things all make sense. Pokemon Sleep.
I find it interesting that the breakdown of the three countries, it's Japan, the U.S., Taiwan.
Yeah, and there's probably a last one that's just et cetera, and it is everybody else at like less than 1 million.
Yeah,
combined.
Did you know Taiwan used to be called Formosa?
No, I did not.
That was when it was still part of China.
Well, according to China.
Yeah, according to China, it's still China.
It's still part of them.
Number 6. Nexon has responded to claims that the first Descendant copied designs from Destiny 2. A report by Forbes last week highlighted how iconography and weapon designs in Nexon's free-to-play shooter were similar to that of Bungie's title. In response, as shared by Forbes contributor Paul Nasi on social media, Nexon has said it has taken the concerns raised seriously and will make adjustments to ensure that the imagery that may appear similar clearly reflects the unique identity of the game. The publisher said, quote, "The first Descendant as a looter shooter was developed with a deep affection and respect for other games in the genre. Destiny 2, being a globally renowned looter shooter, is also personally admired and respected by the team, and it has served as an inspiration during the development process. We will continue to improve the game for fans of the looter shooter genre," end quote.
I don't know if you saw them, but they're pretty bad.
I did not. I'm assuming they were
They're pretty close.
pretty.
It is the hey, here's my homework. Don't make it look like I did it. You know.
Mm-hmm. They change anything?
Yeah, they changed like colors and like added a little bit and like either turned it maybe or did a little something, but when they put them side by side, you go, that's homework copying.
Well,
or at least it looks incriminatingly homework copying.
Yeah.
Number 7. Microsoft has announced a price increase to Xbox Game Pass's existing tiers and the introduction of a new standard option which won't include games released on the service at launch. And if this is about to confuse the ever-living shit out of you, I'm sorry. When I read this initially, I was just so confused. And I'm not a fan of them doing this. But here we go. In a post on its support site, Microsoft also explained that Game Pass for console will no longer be available to new subscribers going forward. Xbox Game Pass Standard will set consumers back $15 a month and will be available in the coming months. It'll give players the same benefits as Game Pass Core, including online console multiplayer, among others. However, Microsoft clarified, quote, "Game Pass Standard will not include games released on day one," end quote. Meanwhile, for new members, Game Pass Core will increase from $60 to $75 a year, Game Pass Ultimate from $17 to $20 a month, and PC Game Pass from $10 to $12 a month. Price changes will only come into effect on September 12th for existing subscribers. And there are somebody had a kind of like table now about basically how this has to work, because I was like, I don't.
Yeah, there's like too many.
Much. You do not need, back to multiple battle pass conversations, you don't need 85 different subscriptions. Stop it. People will give you money. Even if you just raise the prices, people will give you money.
Just 3?
Yes. Great time.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been. And even if they just increased the price of those 3, no one would really complain. We'd basically have the problem where we go, the Netflix problem, like, oh my God, I can't believe they're still increasing prices. And then we go, but we're still going to pay it.
Yeah. Although Netflix, I did go down to their cheapest tier, and I deal with the ads because they're actually not that bad.
Yeah, and I can get that, and also from like a listen. Here's my thing. I'm not about to defend ads. Let's be
real
clear.
Ads, not a fan.
But in certain scenarios, ads are a nice, I'm going to get up and go do something real quick and just not watch it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fuck off. You don't need 95 commercials for certain things. Why does Doritos have commercials? You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it?
Well, that's the Oreo conversation again.
Yeah. Why do they have commercials?
Yeah.
They're done. Once every year for maybe
so
a week.
much money you could save on marketing.
You'll be done. Pay for one Super Bowl spot and just go, hey, we're still here.
Have an event.
In case you haven't noticed by our massive spot in the grocery store, we're still here.
Have an event where, like, at one time every year you do an ad campaign.
Call of Duty launch, fine time to do it. Because that's when you're doing your tie-in for Call of Duty, Doritos, and Mountain Dew. And they're shaped like guns now. Cool.
America. Fuck yeah.
The Mountain Dew bottles are squirt guns. Shoot each other. I don't fucking know. America.
Oh, God. I love it.
Can you again, we want to be CEOs of Ubisoft. We'd do one of two things. Turn that boat right the fuck around or ram it into the rocks. Both options are better than what they're trying to do, which is currently spoon water out of a sinking ship.
Yeah.
But, man, if you let us just be marketing CEOs or CEOs of like Doritos or Oreos, you'd never hear from us again.
We'd fucking do something. I don't know what it is, but it'd be real interesting.
You might hear from us 5 times a year. And it's going to be July, the precursor to July 4th weekend, the precursor to the Super Bowl, the precursor to Thanksgiving, maybe Memorial Day. That's it. We're done. We're only going to remind you, Call of Duty release, because they're going to pay us a lot of money to talk to them.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? You're not even going to hear from us at this point. We're going to let Activision run the entire thing and put Doritos all over the image. We're not part of this. We don't care. We're not telling you to buy Doritos. We're telling you to buy Call of Duty. It comes with the Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dorito chip on top of the disc. Instead of a disc, because they're useless now, we put Doritos in the case that you buy from the store.
You get your game code and you just get some, some
cheese dust. Fuck you. The entire disc, it's a Dorito. Eat it. That's what you're worth. A $70 fucking cheese disc, you idiot.
Jesus.
You can't let me get in front of a podium.
I'm just
going to lose my mind.
Insult the customers.
You're going to buy it.
You're a bitch.
You're going to buy it.
All right, number 8. Former Nintendo and Sega staff have formed a new publishing and investment firm, First Break Labs, which aims to help indies get their first break in the industry. The company will provide funding and marketing support to the studios it signs with, drawing on its team's experience working on a range of titles over more than 20 years, including a mix of indie titles and AAA blockbusters. Chief Publishing Officer Alfonso Cubas previously spent more than 5 years as head of product marketing at Sega and has held senior marketing roles at Digital Extremes and Smilegate. His co-founder and head of marketing, Derek Selecki, also Selecki?
Yeah.
Also spent nearly 5 years in marketing positions at Sega, as well as 4.5 years as a bilingual product specialist at Nintendo.
Okay.
Alongside the company's announcement, First Break Labs also revealed the first 4 titles it has signed. These include Moving Pieces Interactive's Bullet Hell roguelike Entropy Survivors, Lava Bird's turn-based strategy game Warside, Fermenter Games' gravity-centric side-scrolling shooter Baseless, and Underwater Fire's third-person adventure game Particle Hearts.
I think I had an aneurysm. That entire last sentence.
People are inventing genres now.
It's not the genres. It's every word you said is an adjective, including the studios are adjectives. Lava Bird, fuck it. It's Lava Bird now. Entropy Survivor, sure. Why not? Fuck it. I fuck off. I don't know what to do anymore.
We're getting weird.
I'm just getting annoyed. And now I'm still thinking of the idea that if I was the Dorito CEO, the entire ad would be a black screen and a picture of a Dorito in the middle, and that's it. I wouldn't even put the price up there. I would just remind you. No, I wouldn't even put that. There's no sound. It is a 10-second spot of a black screen, picture of a Dorito, spinning, if anything.
So it's a rotary.
That's it.
The spinning Dorito.
Fuck it. I'm going to make it the DVD the loading screen for the DVD. The Dorito will bounce around the corner of the screens.
And then you get excited when it hits the corner?
Yeah, but it never does.
Oh, okay.
It's only a 10-second clip. It's not going to hit the corner.
Okay.
You have to watch. I'm going to run 75,000 versions of that commercial. One of them has a corner hit in it in the 10-second spot. Good luck. And
you win a bag of Doritos.
No.
Oh.
You don't win shit. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to be high as shit watching a fucking the Adult Swim. And you're going to see that screen and go, I want some fucking Doritos. And you're going to go buy Doritos. You know how much money I would make?
All the money.
For $1,000 worth of editing? I'd kill.
Doritos, man. Oreos.
Same thing. White background. It looks like milk. Oreo bounces around. Money. You're done. What do you need to do?
Sit on a beach and drink.
What does Apple need to do? Just they are the ones that literally are doms to their fucking fans. They show up on stage and go, "You will buy this new phone," and they go, "Yeah, thank you." And then they're like, "All right, I guess fuck it." They don't need to do their conferences anymore. Show up on stage, throw a phone directly at somebody in the audience, and then walk off. Don't acknowledge it.
Their $6,000 VR headset isn't doing too hot.
Listen, they can come up with dumb ideas. I'm not saying that they're dumb ideas, but I'm saying like iPhone.
Yeah.
The dumb ideas problem is the Oreo problem of
Mhm.
going, well, what if we made bereavement Oreos? Like, what if we made a $6,000 VR headset? That's the same problem. I'm losing my mind. Fucking tickle myself with this entire skit now is just gone in my head of just I'm gonna read this next one about World of Warcraft and be like, what are you advertising? You're 20 years old. Anyway. World of Warcraft, hey. The War Within pre-patch will be out July 23rd. Full week earlier than I thought.
Whoa.
The pre-patch will introduce warbands, the new account-wide progression feature that will let characters share in renown a shared warband bank, including items as well as achievements and collections. For those level 70 characters who have finished the Dragonflight final chapter, you can start the first part of a new quest line, Visions of Azeroth, that will lead into the War Within a month later. So, burn that, you finish that storyline day one, forget it for 29 days.
There you go.
You'll be fine. While the expansion is set to launch on August 26th, new content just around the corner. This new content includes the pre-expansion event, Call of the Radiant Echoes, which will start on July 30th and run through August 26th before the expansion formally unlocks. Because technically the expansion will unlock 3 days before August 26th if you are a slave to the grind and bought 3-day early access. Nate, why did you do that? You'll be able to collect a new currency, residual memories, that you'll be able to, at least as they repressed memories, that you'll be able to use to exchange for new items to add to your warband bank. Also on the way is expanded dragon riding with the ability to fly on mounts in all flyable areas. This is called skywriting.
Is dragon riding not sky riding?
It's becoming skywriting.
Okay.
Like they're just transitioning the name because now it's not just dragons. So skywriting is also coming with Steady Flight to give you some options. Steady Flight is basically the old version of flying for those that don't want to participate in the fun, better way of flying. They do exist. Wild. Skywriting was previously fucking what? Nope, not doing this. But hey, you can toggle between the two of them. I just quick read the end of it. I was like, that's the sentence I just said.
Yep.
I just explained it. All right, yeah, cool. I'm gonna do the next one. Fuck it. Number 10.
Okay.
Because we'll just wrap this all up. Well, all the WoW stuff into one. Turtle WoW, a private World of Warcraft server, is bringing WoW into the modern era with an Unreal Engine 5 upgrade based on vanilla WoW, so we're still going back to 2004, and offering a Classic Plus experience, so with some changes. The unofficial server is free to play and has been active since around 2018. The upcoming 2.0 version of the server will not only introduce a full-on fan-made expansion titled The Mysteries of Azeroth, but also the ability to play the game in Unreal Engine 5. The Mysteries of Azeroth expansion will add High Elves for Alliance and Goblins for Horde, new zones, additional class and race combinations, new raids and dungeons, arenas and battlegrounds, and more. The trailer has been copyright struck by Blizzard, so pretty soon the entire server will be struck by Blizzard.
That's the. I went to go watch the trailer. I'm like, well, that's done.
Yep. So whatever, private servers. I don't give a shit about them anymore because
they're WoW Classic.
well, there's multiple definitions, and part of it is really elitist, and it's gonna be because I'm not poor. Because that I know but that's like my first thing. That's when I go back to like private servers back in the day, it's because I didn't want to pay $15.
Mm-hmm.
But now that like I can afford to do that,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, gross, peasants, get away from me.
I like the idea though of them recreating an Unreal Engine 5.
I like that part of it. That's the only part that I'm like, okay,
I'm curious.
I'm curious, but
Not curious enough.
no, not at all. And pre-patch is coming, so
Yeah.
I will have some slightly different pixels to look at for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yay. He's excited on the inside, don't worry.
Pre-patch I don't really care about. Pre-patch just becomes the official, I'm going to prep some of these characters and then park them in a city and not touch them until launch. They get their bags cleaned up, they get a nice haircut, they get to go, they get some nice clothes, and then I put them in town and I log out. Pretend they don't exist.
Well, that's a full month job right in itself.
You know why it's not? Because I keep my shit organized for the most part.
Okay.
You want to know who doesn't? Most people listening to this podcast. The bags I have seen. And I've seen some shit.
How many
Oh.
how many characters are we? All of them?
How many characters what?
Do you have to do this for?
I'm going to do it for all of them.
Okay.
I'm going to do it for all my max levels. My lower level, I don't give a shit. Just my max levels. Anybody that I plan on playing potentially.
Yeah, I guess that's the question.
And I
How
plan
many-
on playing them all at some point.
Okay.
The same way that every character, I have one max of every single class right now.
Okay.
I technically have 2 priests. That's because of the panda thing.
Yeah.
That everybody will get cleaned up. Get a nice shave and a haircut. You hand
How
it
do
a
you
beer
even keep track of all of them?
in my mind. The amount of WoW knowledge for not being good at the game that's in my head. It's kind of sad. Like, I can actively tell you my keybinds. I don't know why. I can walk
I
through
think
all...
I'm assuming it's a disservice to say that you're not good at the game.
I'm probably a high average.
That's good.
Yeah. But like the fact that I could tell you all 12, 1, another one. That one doesn't count. The other 2 could be fine. Roughly 30 keybinds are on my druid,
Mm-hmm.
specifically in Boomkin form. It's not good. 1 is Wrath. 2 is Sunfire.
I don't know.
3 is Moonfire. 4 is Star Surge. 5 is Starfire. 6 is Starfall. 7 is Solar Beam. 8 is Barkskin. 9's a button. The fuck is 9?
Not hit very often, clearly.
No, it's not. I don't know what 9 is. I'll have to think about that. What do I make 9?
It's gonna bother him until he can log in and look.
Yeah, hey. I don't need it.
Just writes it right off. Fuck that
I'll
one.
figure it out eventually.
Uh,
I don't know what it is.
we all have our vices. All right, number 11, Rumor Roundup. Jez Corden on when new releases will enter Game Pass standard. Quote, they told me case-by-case basis between 6 and 12 months, and sometimes longer. Square Enix and Tencent are reportedly planning a mobile version of MMO Final Fantasy XIV. Microsoft is reportedly planning to bring Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to Xbox Game Pass this month. Riot Games has reportedly canceled plans to release a Super Smash Bros. Style fighter codenamed Pool Party.
New moon, half moon, and full moon. It rotates. It's going to take me a minute. It's going to bug me. I had to think about it.
You got it. Moon phases.
Yeah, because it swaps with Fury of a Loon, depending on the talent.
Very complicated stuff right here. Microsoft has reportedly...
I mean, technically. Yeah.
Microsoft has reportedly decided not to continue to market Xbox consoles in EMEA, which is Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, focusing solely on marketing Game Pass, controllers, and its cloud feature instead.
Speaking of its cloud feature.
Yes.
Notice we have it. Did you see that they... Are they on Fire TV? What was it?
Yeah, Fire TV.
Yeah, they put their cloud stuff up there,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're like advertising it. And I'm like, that's why you had that fucking stick.
Yeah.
You bastards.
I think didn't we talk about it last week or 2 weeks
I
ago
don't remember.
or whatever. It might have been a while ago now, but I remember.
I remember them doing the Samsung TV thing,
Mm-hmm.
just not the Fire TV one.
The Fire one, I remember. It kind of was like it was like a snuck in announcement, but it wasn't released yet. A PlayStation 5 version of Bloodborne: The Old Hunters DLC expansion is being listed as one of the rewards of the revamped PlayStation Stars rewards program, even though there's no PS5 version of Bloodborne. Could just be a mistake.
Could be. Or it could be a massive leak.
Could be.
Feast. Feast on the Bloodborne.
Or famine.
More than likely. Number 1 on questionable things that we did not write full paragraphs on and things you probably don't care about, or that we already talked about based on what I'm quickly scrolling through. Black Desert Online officially launched its War of the Roses story arc, accompanied by its massive 300 versus 300 PvP matches. And that sounds terrifying.
I was going to say, that sounds fucking crazy.
For anybody that's ever seen combat in that game, fuck that. That is way too much going on.
It's probably wild to watch, like to see from a bird's eye
If
view.
it's not massive, your game's going to crash.
Yeah.
Like if the area is not massive.
Mm-hmm.
Ryo Gagakuta Studio has teased its next title at Anime Expo by saying, "We can't tell you what kind of game it is, but I will tell you. You'll be surprised." They also then had the, I think it was Ichiban's voice actor sing karaoke. There were a lot of like fun things that happened during that panel, and it was pretty cool. Splash Damage is the latest studio to face potential layoffs. It's unclear how many people will be affected, but the studio has said in a statement that it is limited to a small number of roles. Apple has approved Epic Game Store for iOS after rejecting it twice. Lawyers. Summer Games Done Quick 2024 raised $2.5 million for Doctors Without Borders. I believe summer is Doctors Without Borders, and then January is cancer, I believe. MiHoYo's new free-to-play action RPG Zenless Zone Zero, or Triple Z as the kids say, has reached 50 million downloads worldwide since its release on July 4th.
Pretty nuts.
That's less than a week, or a little over a week. Yeah, that's... Whew. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, has sold 2 million copies after 3 years being on the market. And for anybody doing the comparison, that is 48 million less than the previous story.
Over 3 years. Yeah.
Paradox Interactive has once again delayed the console launch of its City Builder City Skyline. Wow. City Builder City Skylines 2. This is the third delay. The first was to spring of 2024, and then to October of 2024, and now, you know what? No window. We're just going to do it eventually. Number 9, Piranha Bytes' Bjorn Pankratz and Jennifer Pankratz have founded Pithead Studio. They previously served Piranha Bytes as story and game designer and creative director, respectively. They hope to develop immersive and fantastic indie games at their new startup. Free-to-play shooter Rogue Company has severed ties with Guy Dr. Disrespect Beam, and all of his content is gone. Tencent is shutting down its free-to-play shooter Synced, terminating the servers exactly a year the shooter launched. I don't remember that shooter. Sony Music Entertainment Aniplex and Palworld developer Pocket Pair. Those are 3 things, right? Sony Music Entertainment, Aniplex, and Pocket Pair. Okay. Yep. Have joined forces to create a joint venture called Palworld Entertainment. Via social media, it was said that the joint venture will aim at continuing Palworld's global development. Wild that game's just
blew
going.
Up. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a fun like meme and whatever when it first came out, but it's got legs. It's got legs.
Mm-hmm.
The organizers of Gamescom Asia have announced the first wave of names for this year's show, including former PlayStation exec Sean Layden and the return of Capcom. Why does that sound terrifying? Why is the return? Why? That's nightmarish.
Coming to take your kids.
The next major free update for Gran Turismo will add 1 new track and 6 new cars. That is a major update. On July 25th.
And rims.
Oh, we're getting rims?
Bunch of rims.
I can't wait to race that 1 new track and 1 of those 6 new cars on July 25th.
With a new set of rims.
Disney Interactive and Gung Ho Entertainment have announced Disney Pixel RPG. The game, which will be free to play, is open to registration for players with a Japanese Apple account and on the Google Play Store.
Coming everywhere else eventually.
Amazon has announced 3 more games it will be giving away as part of its Prime Day event this month. On July 6th, Prime members are able to claim, if you so dare, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Can't give that one away.
Yeah, apparently they are. Chivalry 2 and Rise of the Tomb Raider. So 2 out of 3 good games.
Mm-hmm.
Sony has opened its Concord Beta Early Access weekend to all PlayStation Plus members. You might need to open it to just everybody. Number 18, the International Olympic Committee has announced that the inaugural edition of the Olympic Esports Games will take place in Saudi Arabia in 2025.
Surprising.
Nintendo has released its Japan-only official magazine in English digitally.
I guess the first time that's happened.
For anybody that wants the flowchart on that sentence, fucking figure it out.
Oh yeah, that's got to get erased.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know what you're talking about. Nintendo has released a teaser trailer for what appears to be a mystery horror game. The company's social media channels published links to a trailer titled Emio. It's titled Smiling Man in Japanese, according to Gematsu. The trailer opens with a Nintendo Switch logo and carries an M rating from the U.S. Entertainment Software Ratings Board and an 18 rating from the European classification body PEGI.
PEGI
18. Greedfall 2, The Dying World will enter early access on September 24th. How many people played Greedfall 1?
I don't know. A lot of people talked about it though. It seems
A
like
lot of people talked about it because it was one of the launch titles.
Yeah.
For the new consoles. And then it was kind of like, meh. But hey, it's been 7 days. I'm sweating and delirious. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
I can feel my warmth, and honestly, probably the entire losing my mind during Oreos and Doritos thing didn't help me.
I've just been in a constant state of just like moist.
Yes, I agree with that. Especially after this rain, moist.
Yep. I wake up in the morning. I'm a shower in the morning guy. I wake up in the morning. I get in the shower. I take a cold shower.
Based.
And then I
Those
get
things
out
wake
of the
you
shower.
up. They wake you up.
And then I get out of the shower. And then I just can't fucking dry off.
Yep.
Just can't dry off.
Yeah.
And,
It's great when you technically probably didn't need to get in the shower.
Yeah. So I end up inevitably
Just put some soap on you outside the shower and you'd be done.
Yep. I inevitably sit in front of the AC in our bedroom for like 10 minutes, just like trying to stop.
I don't think the AC is technically helping you any. I think technically it's keeping the water cool enough to not evaporate.
Well, no, it condensates. So like,
oh, okay. So you want the reverse effect, so it just drips off of you and then it's done eventually.
Yeah. So like, I just sit there and cool off, but then as soon as I leave the cone of safety of the AC, I immediately am like drenched again.
Well, it's like I wake up, get out of bed, do my thing, and I'll like change. And I go downstairs and I'm like, all right, I feel okay. And I walk out the house and I go, I'm not okay anymore.
Yeah. I
immediately just that short jaunt from the door to the car.
Mm.
I'm already like, I have to turn the AC on in the car now. I'm disgusting.
I'm safe in my AC cone in my bedroom. And then my car, because I can get my car fucking frigid.
Yeah.
And then once I get into the building and I sit down and settle, I'll cool off. But like, any sort of movement,
oh yeah, it's over.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Walking from the car to the building, screwed.
I was picking some stuff up and moving some stuff around yesterday. And I went, what am I doing?
Mm.
And I sit down in my chair and I go, no, I don't want to feel this. I just got up and walked around because I was like, I feel disgusting. So
yeah.
just, ugh. And I have a fan directly on my back in my office.
Yep. That's been life, though.
Yeah.
Anything
else?
Not really. I mean, started to attach my Simrig seat to the rig, and then Aiden wanted to get involved, so I didn't finish that. But now he just wants to go. It's like it's mostly attached, it's not tightened in position correctly. But now he just wants to go in there and sit in the seat and like play with the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And then on my PC, I threw up a video of rallying, and so he
tries to
he gets all hyped about it. I haven't even sat in the seat yet though, and then he peed in it the other day. So there's that.
You just gotta look at me. You just go, bro.
That's I was like, come on, you're killing me. That's it though. That's it. I ain't got nothing else going on. Watching some anime. And yeah. What have you been up to?
Not too much. Playing WoW, playing some other games. Played a little bit of Pokemon, played a little bit of Marvel Snap. Put a little show. Might race a little bit this weekend, but I honestly, it put me in front of that AC cone of cold. That's just what I need.
Just summer hibernation of sorts.
Yeah.
Hot.
Like if I could live in the tundra, and I mean the cold tundra, that's probably where I would have to be consistently happy. Like Alaska highs of 60.
Yeah, I just want it to be like as bright outside as it is in the summer, you know?
Yeah.
But then with it being like
I want it to be fall.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But
I'll
I
compromise.
but I actually want a cool fall.
Yeah.
If I could get fall year round, done, deal.
I'll compromise and give you 68.
I'll even give you 70. I'll be nice and give you 70 because I can cool myself off from 70.
Yeah.
That's still a returnable point. But above that, like, went to the fucking zoo last weekend, dying the entire time. I'm like, yeah, I'm just dripping sweat down my face.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's the storm? Where's the storm? Where's the storm?
I just when I'm wiping it off in sheets, you know what I mean? When you're like when you're squeegeeing your own body.
Anytime when you can do the squeegee method to your arm and flick water off to somewhere, or not even squeegee your arm, just do the shake, and you just hear, you're like, oh god, that's disgusting. Mowing,
yeah,
mow the lawn last weekend before. When I mowed the lawn,
just fucking wring your shirt out afterwards.
Basically, it was July 4th. I mowed the lawn July 4th, and I'm just like, I came in, showered just to get all the fucking lawn off of me. And then I just laid on the floor for a while. So I'm like, this is the coolest spot in the house. I put a towel down in front of my AC and my master and just laid down because I was like, I can't get colder. My only other option, and I've come close multiple times now, but the AC is not in the downstairs window like it sometimes is.
Mm.
And it's a fucking getting real close to being in there just so this air doesn't keep going down. And I put a lower level in the ground floor to keep this air up here. And then worst case, I go down there, turn that on, ice box the living room, and I can sit in there and play things and not feel like death.
Yeah.
It might happen this weekend. I've been so close multiple times. Especially because this weekend I kind of need to finish the shelving thing. So I can give you back your saw.
I just am always jealous of the people who have central air.
Yep, same. And at some point this weekend, Shane's supposed to show up, but I don't think that's happening, so we'll see. Anyway, that's all we got. Anything else? Last chance.
I got none.
Cool. See you guys in 7 days. Toodaloo, bye-bye.